welcome to the Fuck Your Shitty Reviews podcast. We got here Jared, Adam, and Greg.
Hey.
Fuck off.
Alright, there it is.
This is where shitty reviews roam free.
This is where shitty reviews roam free. So today we're going to be reviewing Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It stars Jim Carrey and some other bitch. I don't know the fucking actors for half of this movie. I know that
It's the bitch from Twilight, right?
Was it?
What?
Wait, was it actually?
I'm just making you a chain. It was Kate Winslet.
Oh.
No, that was the bitch from Spider-Man. She's in there.
She's in there too.
Yeah, she.
Yeah. Jane. I don't know.
Her name's Mary too. Both movies.
It was Mary.
Hulk's in this movie too. The Hulk.
Yeah, the fucking Hulk was in this
Yeah,
movie.
the fucking Hulk's in this movie.
Yeah. So, what did y'all think of the characters for, like, specifically Jim Carrey's character?
I mean, Jim Carrey does a good job, as per usual. It's no Grinch, but, you know.
It's no Grinch.
Yeah. I like his more funny roles, to be honest, but this one's pretty good.
I agree, because the movie The Truman Show, I recommend that. He just can't, he's a method actor. He's always doing something funny, and so when you see him in something that's not goofy, it's like awkward. It's almost fucking awkward to see.
Yeah. That man played a fucking beta male.
He did play a strong fucking beta
That boy
male.
got cucked by memory. Lol.
He got cucked by a fucking memory.
Didn't he?
Sorry guys, I'm sick.
So the music. I know Greg hated the music. That was the first thing he noticed about the music.
The music slowly got better. It was
I agree.
It was more Banjo-Kazooie in the beginning. For some fucking reason, well, I would think that like during the train ride and horse shit, they would have like, you know, the casual indie old depressed girl looking at the fucking forest while leaving his stepdad's house.
Towards the middle and the end.
I felt like they used that music because I didn't want to spoil it for you because I seen this movie before any of these other guys did. I felt like they kind of used that music because later on in the movie you find out that she's this super zany character and you don't know much about her when they do use that music. So I felt like that was bad music placement, but it was almost foreshadowing for her character.
Right.
So
I also just thought the music was very like not well produced, I guess, because it sounded very raw. Like it was pretty much it kind of felt like the music producers and engineers just kind of took a sample and just smacked it on top of the movie and said, "Here you fucking go. Here's the soundtrack." Some
of the movie really did seem like royalty-free music.
Yeah.
It's not memorable at all.
Yeah.
It's like some shit. It's like stock pictures, but for music.
Yeah, it's literally fucking stock music. One scene that really got me. I know I pointed this out when we were watching the movie. From when he goes from the library to the room. This is pretty early on in the movie. He goes from the library. And
I
he
remember
keeps
that.
walking.
He went to your boy that cucked the Alvin and Chipmunks. He went to that house.
Yeah,
David Cross.
Chipmunks. Yeah, David Cross. That's his name. That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, whoever's listening. The person that directed this movie, this is his only movie. He has directed music videos, and that's it before this. So it's a very visual movie, which is weird.
Who has he done music videos for?
I actually don't know. I can look that up right now.
Do it. Let's see.
Yeah. All right,
it's kind of ironic.
Because the music wasn't that good.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
The music really wasn't that good. You would think he would have some good songwriters. Or maybe he did have good songwriters, or maybe they just got him while they were on DMT or something, because the music really wasn't that good.
Apparently, a man named John Bryan did the music.
Well, John Bryan is a little.
Well, John
bitch.
Bryan needs to be fucking euthanized.
Yeah.
John Bryan.
If there's a man that has 2 first names for his first and last name.
John Bryan. That is a nasty
He
name.
he produced. He's produced for Fiona Apple, Kanye West.
I think you're about to say Fiona from Shrek.
Oh, he did
Sky-
he did a music video for Bjork, Kanye West. A
Soul
few
Asylum.
things for Bjork.
And we're talking about the director of the
Yeah,
movie
the
now?
director of this movie. He did Army of Me's music video. He actually did some really good music videos. Good old Yeezus. Yeah. Sheryl Crow,
most
Daft
recent-
Punk. He did Around the World by Daft Punk's music video.
Really?
Yeah. He did the music
Oh,
video for Mad World by Gary Jules.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Then he should have at least used that in the movie.
Yeah, that would have been good with the movie.
Well, that Mad World was written for Donnie Darko.
Should have did it again for this one.
Well, it's Gary
It was
Jules.
covered.
Well,
for
yeah,
Donnie Darko.
yeah, it was covered
Just
for
put
Donnie
Donnie Darko in the movie. This movie was kind of ripped off Donnie Darko.
It did have a Donnie Darko vibe, which brings us to the next point: who would enjoy this movie?
People who like
Radiohead
Donnie
fans.
Darko.
Radiohead fans, okay.
If you
That's a
like
good
OK Computer by Radiohead, boy, have I got a movie for
Or
you.
Kid A, you like Kid A? We got you.
Yeah, it's almost science. It's a Black Mirror episode. It's like a big Black Mirror
is.
episode. So if you like
But with
Black
Jim
Mirror
Carrey.
or alternative reality, science fiction,
Wait, what kind of mirror?
Sorry,
Black.
sorry. Sorry.
African American mirror.
African American mirrors. Yeah, if you like anything science fiction that's still based in the real world, then I would say that this movie's for you. And it's also a love story. Love
A
story.
toxic one.
Yeah, toxic love. So that was
Eh.
yeah.
It's
I
kinda,
I wanted to bop that bitch in the head.
it
Yeah.
fixes itself. Well, it doesn't fix itself, but it ends
I mean, I think it's them coming,
happily.
yeah, like learning,
still no spoilers.
just growing up.
So, you good. I mean, needless to say, as soon as the movie begins, you're gonna know this. It kind of begins how it's gonna end. It's one of those movies. So you already know that their relationship's gonna be toxic. Should people go into this movie blind, like not knowing anything about it?
Yeah, because it's one of those
Yeah.
movies where you
Yeah.
kind of have to figure out.
And people like to
It's a
figure
movie you
it
have
out.
to think about.
Yeah.
The movie,
if
the
you know
movie
the
is
main-
also.
I mean, it's not hard to figure out, but like if you are thinking about it and figuring it out as it goes, it adds to the enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The movie also, like, now that I'm thinking about it, if you're good at understanding movies, and of course, like, if you did go in it blind, you'd have to pay attention, like, a lot of attention to it. But if you read like the little fucking description they have on the back of DVD cases, and if you kind of just paid attention to like the small details and shit, the movie's almost kind of predictable.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
Like-
if you watch Black Mirror,
Because like you said, it's like a love story. It's like one of those. It's like a lot of those shitty ass love stories when the dude cucks his wife, and then at the end of the movie they get back together for some fucking reason. And
Yeah.
I didn't know Frodo cooked to some nigga's wife.
So do we want to move on to spoilers now?
Sure.
Alright, so spoilers from here on out. Fuck Elijah Wood's character.
David Cross's character had no.
that's a beta
point
male, son.
being
Yeah,
in the
David
movie.
Cross's character was
Neither
shitty.
did his wife. Neither did his wife or girlfriend. I don't know.
David Cross's character was seriously super.
the only
Oh,
thing
wow.
I can't say that David Cross's wife or girlfriend or whoever the fuck she is. I think she's important because that was where we got a lot of how Jim Carrey felt
Yeah.
about the girl
yeah.
because he would go to the house and talk to him, and that's what we got about why, like, who the girl was a lot more is because of that scene. But David Cross, I don't know what the fuck he was doing there besides being
Has
an
he
alpha
ever
like
played
he
an
is.
important role in a movie?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's about it. He played the villain.
He was the big baddie.
Yeah, okay. For some reason-
played the wheelchair dude in Scary Movie.
For some reason, I was just picturing, who's the evil guy from the Smurfs?
I have no fucking
I
idea.
can't remember his name.
Smurfs?
Yeah, from the Smurfs. I was just picturing
What was
David
he?
Cross fucking dressed up
The
as the
Jew
evil
dude?
guy from the
It probably
Smurfs.
was David Cross.
Fuck, what's his name? It's on the tip-
Gargamel?
Gargamel. It was on the tip of my
the Jew, the Jew dude. That Jew.
Oh, yes!
I don't know why, but I was picturing fucking David Cross playing as Gargamel.
This dude.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
no!
Yeah,
I mean, he
put
wouldn't
that
have
picture-
been.
You gotta
Wouldn't
clip
have
that
been
picture.
bad at it.
Yeah, I'll
as
put the
him.
picture in. It's so nasty. That's a nasty looking dude. He looks like a mouse.
A chipmunk.
Ugh. Alright. Alright.
I can say that Mark Ruffalo's character was very good. And Mark Ruffalo did a good job in this movie. Even though he looked like
there
Ray
was that
Williams.
I was
one
confused.
scene.
I was confused about their importance. Him and Mary Jane. I don't.
Well,
I should-
Mark Ruffalo's character, he was one of the main scientists that was trying to
Yeah.
erase his memory at the house.
and also it was just a reason for another subplot for Mark Ruffalo's character, and I don't know the actual character's name, Mary.
And Mary Jane's character,
Yeah.
Mary.
Yeah.
When she was starting around with Howard, the old
Yeah.
ass
To try to,
doctor
forget,
dude.
to try to forget about him or something.
Well, no, because no.
No, Mary. So Mary had Howard, the main doctor. Mary fell in love with Howard when she first started working at
Yeah.
the doctor's place, but she had her memory erased of Howard. But then she fell back in love with Howard again.
That brings me exactly to my point.
Oh yeah.
I felt like this movie, just all around, just what it's about is you will love someone inevitably. This is a movie about fate.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a movie about fate.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
So, I guess we should give our ratings right now. Is that good? Y'all got anything
Sure.
else to say? All right.
Wanna.
Alright, so it's gonna be me, Jared, Adam, Greg. That's the list.
Wait, no. Let's talk about no. We haven't
Oh.
talked about the Hobbit dude,
Oh yeah.
Hobbit
Yeah.
man.
It was-
Yeah,
And-
fuck
and-
He was the
Elijah
one
Wood.
to make he was the one to make the main relationship seem faded because he
Yeah.
stole the notes and stuff and it made her think of
He was super important. Even
Yeah.
though he looked like shit and his character representation
Well,
was shitty.
That's what it's
He-
supposed to be.
He was a really important because of he
Yeah.
pretty much was making the girl remember her memories again
Yeah.
of
Really?
your
Yeah.
boy Jim Carrey.
I feel like I just had something on the tip of my tongue that I want to talk about in the movie.
Well, let's talk about the amount of shades of blue that were in that movie.
There
Oh,
was
and
an
it
overwhelming
was a
amount.
pretty blue movie.
An overwhelming amount.
The use of color in the movie is very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
there
if
were some visuals in that movie that really wowed me because
Yeah.
They-
Like in the beginning.
the movie's a big panic attack. Like when the car like kept being swapped from right to left to right to left when he was running down the street
Yeah.
chasing after Clementine. That's one of my favorite scenes.
There are some very good surreal.
Or when all the
moments in that
faces
movie.
start to blur, everything starts to blur out.
Yeah. Oh, and then Elijah Wood's eyes were upside down. Oh no.
that was a good one.
Jared screamed. Jared
That was terrifying.
I
screamed.
thought
Why-
that was Chin
why did they
Chin. I
do
thought that
that?
was Filthy Frank's Chin Chin, but
There was no explanation for that.
Dude,
Other than the
he was
fact that it
crouched
was
down in a
just
corner too. He went.
Yeah.
He went. All right. Yeah. Actually, I seen that by myself for the first time. I had it on my smart TV, just pitch black room. I fucking jumped when I seen that.
Yeah, it's fucking
I fucking said,
scary.
"Oh shit!" All right.
there was a clock. There was a face on the clock pendulum, whatever.
I never saw that, even though you pointed it out so many times. I've never seen it.
It's a little skeleton. I don't think it means anything. I just think it's just
I
decoration.
think it was just to see that it was a dream. Because, like, you know
We-
how dreams can be a little weird?
Adam,
Like, you're
we
thinking
were
about-
we were watching Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, not Inception.
He was sleeping. The whole movie is him
He was
sleeping.
only one layer in, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were one
just
layer.
one layer in.
One layer of irony.
Well, it's not my fault. It was like simple Inception mixed with Wreck-It Ralph happening in the movie.
Jesus.
They unplugged his brain. He ruined everything.
He unplugged his brain.
Yeah.
So
Then they fuck up the experiment or whatever.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
You got a screenshot of it? Ah! Hey, I'm going up. I'm scrolling up. I don't like that picture at all, dude. That really freaks me out.
Chin Chin.
Yeah,
He's Chin
it's
Chin.
horrifying.
Oh,
That's the
God.
original Chin Chin.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. That's nasty and
It's
it's
like-
gross.
It's weird because it's like not. I don't know. It's not like they're not upside down.
it looks like a fucked up chest of Bennington.
I think it's his eyebrows below his eyes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw that picture on the screen right now.
No idea. I don't like it.
Alright,
don't
that's
like it at all.
nasty.
I think
I think
That
that's how,
ruined
I
the
think
movie
that's
for
how his
me.
face should have been for
For the
Lord of the
entire-
Rings.
Oh, for the Lord of the Rings. Oh man, that would have been a horror movie just from Elijah Wood being. They would have swapped his eyes like that. It's just weird. Ah,
I did
it's still
like
on my
that
screen. I forgot.
the final shot of the movie was them walking on the beach. That was nice.
Yes.
that was weird.
Who
Is that-
who the fuck said when does it snow on the beach?
And that was Jared, I think.
That was me.
That was what I was wondering.
It
it
snows
was
on the
snowing
beach
like
in
all hell.
California. What are you talking about?
It was snowing.
It was so thick too.
It was really thick.
It was just a weird
Exactly.
sight to see because we're from the south.
It is weird, yeah.
The,
Yeah,
the,
we're
the
all
only
Yeah.
type of weather
on the
we
side
get
of-
is are fucking hurricanes trying to drown us.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we had a typhoon while watching that movie. Alright, so I guess we can give off our ratings. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10.
I think I'd give this movie a nice solid 7 out of 10.
How about you, Adam?
Let's say a
Oh, wait, what? You were breaking up.
oh boy. I would say a 7.5. 7.5 sounds good.
Alright. And Greg?
I was gonna say 6.5, but I think 7's reasonable because a lot of the shots were very bad. Like a lot of the angle, like that one scene when they were on the ice and they were running away, and it literally just looked like some dude with a flashlight in his hand just running after him.
Some of it was shot very weird. I do
And
agree with that.
I think that
I mean-
was just to capture the surrealism of it.
It might have just been it could have just been like the whole aesthetic of it all, but I just thought that it was like very. It could have been done better.
Yeah.
And when he was a
Oh, no,
kid,
there's
that-
a lot of
that
room for
part was
improvement.
weird to me.
The kid
Yeah,
part,
yeah,
I'm glad we went back on that. That's what I want to talk about.
that was very weird.
I like that scene for
I mean, it allowed him to be a little goofy. Like
Yeah.
he said, some more of his most of that was like a joke.
I just like that scene because it kind of shows how much he's kind of developed and why he's kind of insecure in that way.
It looked like Cat in the Hat.
It did look
Did.
cat in the head.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're about to watch American Psycho. We're going to transition right now. Alright, and we just got done watching American Psycho. I don't know if this... Was there an original? Like, was there just one movie for American Psycho?
Yeah, this is the only movie.
Okay, well, I put
No, there was
2000.
American Psycho too.
Well, no, but I thought because I put 2000 in the title.
Yeah, no, this is the only
Okay.
American Psycho.
Well, whoops. All right. So I already know my mistake.
There is a sequel, but the sequel's more so just a straight up horror movie.
Oh,
It's not based off the.
That's
It's
odd.
not even based off this movie. It's just.
all right. Well, so characters. Patrick Bateman.
There's Patrick Bateman.
All right. This is
The
pre-spoiler, so it's kind of hard to talk about Patrick without really spoiling anything.
I mean, so Patrick Bateman.
He's wild. He's crazy.
He's an
He's
alpha.
Extremely materialistic.
He's
Hey,
out
in case you can't tell by the title, he's the main character. He's an American Psycho.
He's an
So-
American Psycho.
Pretty much to sum up the movie, without spoiling anything, it is a psychotic man that works on Wall Street. It doesn't. I guess that's like the easiest way to put it. You can't really sum it up less than that.
He likes his appearance.
He likes his
Material
appearance.
shit.
He's just very materialistic, just very.
That man's got great skin.
He's
He
just
does.
very
He
white.
do.
He's fucking white.
His morning routine is
He's
like
fucking alpha.
an
Not
hour
much more to
long.
say.
He's an alpha man.
He keeps himself at peak performance.
Yeah.
Peak.
Because it's hip to be square. You know?
Yeah, because it's up to be seen. Any other characters you want to talk about?
I don't
Oh,
really
there's
think
a lot.
there's a lot of characters.
I'm
but
just
the-
gonna say, I'm glad that Jared Leto died because there's not one movie where Jared Leto doesn't die, except for Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
which I wish that he would have died.
Well, I wish that had been made at all in a perfect world, but
In a perfect world. In your
I
next
wanna-
fish out of water story.
The thing is, like, you can't really talk about any other character.
Without spoiling.
no.
Not that, it's just
What?
like the characters are either just there. The
Everyone-
characters are
Yeah.
either just there as fucking NPCs
Yeah.
or they get killed.
Yeah.
Because all the businessmen around Patrick Bateman are just exactly like
Ooh, shit.
Patrick
They
Bateman.
all have the same haircut. If you look at the business cards, all their business cards look exactly the same.
Except for the gay dude.
It's like a
he
font.
had
Yeah, and
he
then
had gold.
the gay men, yeah.
And they were having contests. They were like, "Hey, mine's
They
better,
had a
bro."
dick measuring
But they're
contest
like-
in the bathroom.
More or less. Like if you just went up to some random person and showed them those 4 business cards, they would be like, "Oh, what the?"
Well, yeah. But
all
it's
the
all
same.
everything to Patrick Bateman is just a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're so self-absorbed.
And they want to be the
that
best. They
all,
need to
like,
be the peak. They
small
need to be the best.
things
Yeah.
matter that much to them, even if it is a slight difference
I agree.
in like material of card. But
They're all pretty much the same.
exactly, it's all about
Money and bitches.
everyone wants to be the same,
Yeah.
like all that jazz. Because
How about-
materialism
The music.
being square. The music, so like the actual music that's not licensed or anything,
Yeah.
it's very reminiscent of Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock.
It is. It is.
very
Well, you can
reminiscent
tell
of-
it has a lot of homage to Psycho.
Yeah,
It has a lot of homage to it. But obviously, like they have songs from New Order.
right. Well,
It's
yeah,
hip
that's
to be
that's
square. Yeah, you can't.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
so
all
It's
all
the
pop
movie's based in the '80s.
Oh,
Patrick Bateman listens to pop music because that's what everybody else listens to.
So
He
you
wants to fit in.
so you think that this is more of a movie about conformity?
It's It's about conformity, and
it can drive people crazy.
He has
Yes.
autism. He has autism.
Oh
he
my
wants
God.
to fit in with the cool kids.
Jesus.
He
Okay.
might be.
it's
I think
100% a
I
movie
think he
about
might have autism. I agree with Greg.
Who would enjoy
Thank you,
this
Adam.
movie?
fans of Christian Bale, because that's how I got into it. I think it's definitely one of Christian Bale's best performances.
Do y'all want me to be honest?
I think any actor or actress that plays like an insane person automatically sees it as the best performance.
I'm gonna
What's
be
up,
honest,
Steve?
guys.
Be honest, Philly.
Say it.
I don't think Christian Bale is a great actor.
Ooh.
I
Is Jared
I
feeling
just
about the fight?
yeah, I know Jared's on silent mode right now. Jared's charging up right now. He's
I mean, he's not. I don't think he's a bad actor, but like, there's nothing.
I just feel like his
I thought he did
performances
well. I thought he did
He-
well in this movie.
He does well.
Mainly because the movie didn't take itself seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I
There's
mean,
just something about his
like,
acting that I
it's
don't
the-
like.
Well, he acts fake in this movie.
Yeah.
He intentionally acts fake in this movie.
Yeah,
He
I
was
guess
like
you're
a
right.
lunatic. He was
Because
like,
the last quote of the movie is all about like
It's been years since I've seen any other
Because
Christian
they're-
Bale
they're
film that you
talking
even
about-
remember.
the Ronald Reagan
Oh,
press thing that's going on,
excuse me. Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, he puts on this facade to make himself seem like something he's not,
Yeah.
and
and
they
that's
said it's all on
exactly
the
what Patrick
inside.
Bateman's doing.
All right.
It matters what's on the inside of it. His friend said it matters what's on the inside, and he was like, whatever. Whatever the hell he-
Would you suggest to go into this movie blind?
Um,
I think you should actually know more than the average viewer
Well,
going in blind
there's
should.
there's a book about it already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I feel like
I mean, like, ideally, in a perfect world, you should read the book.
yeah, you should
before
read
this.
the book first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is for most things.
yeah.
But
I never
book,
read the book, so
I didn't read the book.
It's good. It's not horrible. It's good satire, but I'll talk about the book when we get into spoilers, though.
okay. All right. Yeah, because we don't even know any, like, we didn't even talk about it. We just finished the movie. All right. So I feel like you should go into the movie knowing pretty much the big scenes, because I don't know. I just felt like even the spoilers weren't really spoilers. You already know everything about the movie. It's a very famous movie. It has a very, like, quotable stuff. It has some very quotable stuff.
I just feel like
Yeah,
there's
I think the
there's-
best quote was "Here's Johnny." That was the best quote of this
That was
movie.
a
I
good
feel
one.
like there's not enough in the movie to compromise the book to like be able to know exactly what's going on.
Well, let's just move on to spoilers right now, all right? Spoiler. It's going on screen. Spoiler. All right.
Spoilers.
Let's talk about the book, because I'm curious about the book.
So in the book, it's very much more so than this, because in this, the director, Mary something,
Hopkins.
Mary Herron, she makes it seem like the
It's
murders
very
never
erotic.
happened, which
So-
is fine.
In the book, the murders, they make it seem like the murders did happen.
Well, it's all up to interpretation, even more so than the movie.
Oh, okay.
Because the one interpretation is that Patrick Bateman is mentally ill, he's a sociopath, he's thinking up all these things in his head,
Yeah.
and the murders never actually happened, which is why at the end of the movie, his lawyer says that he went to lunch with Paul Allen twice in London because Paul Allen's still alive because he was never killed by
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Bateman. But in the book, and there's the scene where he goes into the apartment where he was storing the bodies, and the real estate agent is there talking to two like potential buyers, and like the apartment's completely empty, and it's completely the walls are painted white, it's completely empty, the bodies are not there, the graffiti isn't there. So that could either be interpreted as, okay, Patrick either imagined the whole thing, or Patrick did kill the people there, and the people, well, the real estate agent is so worried about making money and only that she just hired people to get the bodies out, covered it up. And-
That goes with, like, the selfish theory we were talking about for a second.
Yes.
So we were thinking that everyone in the movie is just kind of, well, very selfish, doesn't care about anyone except for themselves and their own well-being. Because literally
Right.
everyone in that movie is just a white piece of shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
yeah.
Wowzers!
You know how that is, Greg?
I know exactly how it is.
Because there's one person of color who is a black man and he's homeless
And
and
he dies first.
kills him.
And kicks
He
his
says-
dog to
Patrick
death.
Bateman
Yeah.
undoubtedly is a racist.
He says, "You're a
And
brown man, you a dog."
The only man.
Well, he also said that he, when he lied and said about Huey Lewis in the news or whatever the fuck, and when he said he thinks Huey sounds too black
Yeah,
or too
exactly.
brown.
Yeah. Well, that's I was thinking because I feel like he does a lot of projection. Because at the beginning of the movie, he was saying that one of his friends was anti-Semitic for making a bunch of Jewish jokes.
Yeah.
But then he goes and makes like a bunch of racist like remarks and everything. And I'm sure that there's a few examples that I could have caught because I felt like there was one about misogyny that I couldn't really like remember. But I remember him saying something like you should treat women better or something like that. And then he
Well, yeah.
only really kills women.
It's all a front
Yeah.
to make himself look as this amazing, perfect man because that's just exactly what he wants to be.
Yeah.
So,
Um
yeah.
so
One
it's
thing
so-
one thing I want to talk about too is how every time Bateman gets with his little clique and they gossip about horse shit,
Mhm.
and every time somebody who's a rival of Bateman, there's always something that happens to where that person gets killed.
Yeah.
Which
That's-
every time Paul Allen showed his card, and then Paul Allen, had this,
because
had that
Christian-
pension,
Well, all right, Patrick Bateman.
missed this and that.
And then there was Louis Carruthers, who was the redheaded gay guy,
Yeah,
presumably.
Yeah.
And Patrick Bateman's about to kill him, so he has his hands around his neck. But it turns out
But that dude
Carruthers is into
wanted that dude wanted that dick.
and
Oh my God.
and Patrick Bateman is just mortified because he's this absolutely heterosexual guy who
He's a
would
heterosexual alpha male.
absolutely homophobic. I think in the novel, there's even like he even talks about like
Is the novel written in
Oh,
first person?
homosexuality. It is.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And the funny thing was that when he was in the bathroom with his gloves on in the movie, when he touched him, dude, he ended up washing
Yeah,
his
washing
hands.
his- no, he
with
washed his
the
gloves.
on
He
still.
washed his
Yeah.
gloves.
Because
He
he's
wants
just
the
that
fucking gloves.
homophobic. So like he doesn't even kill the guy because he's so mortified about himself that he even came in
Yeah.
contact with
With a gay man.
a gay man, exactly. And like in the novel there's like entire chapters where he just talks about all the stuff he owns. Like he talks about his TV, his suit.
That's
Yeah,
how the first
every-
scene of the movie was.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that. And like every time he goes into a new scene in the novel, he explains exactly what he's wearing down to like the name
Yeah.
of the suit, which just shows his materialism.
Yeah.
So all in all, it's just it's a satire of just
Rich
greedy
white people.
businessmen.
Get out. Get out, rich white people. We don't like you anymore. Oh my God. Jesus.
Fuck rich white
fuck.
people. That's
Wall
what it's
Street.
saying. And it's
Get out.
also an analysis of society as a whole.
Being
and how-
selfish.
Everyone wants to conform and
Yeah.
fit in, when really that can be a damaging thing
Go figure.
because people just go over the top with their vanity
and become
The way they
robots because he
project
seemed very
themselves.
robotic.
Exactly, because when you try to fit into a personality, you just rip out all personality that you actually have.
Yeah.
And,
I also feel like Bateman's problem is that I feel like Paul Allen was a sinner. I feel like Paul Allen was Paul Allen and Bateman were the center of the whole movie because they were trying to figure out Paul Allen, but I feel like Bateman has a control issue because I think Paul Allen was like running up the ladder a lot faster than Bateman.
Absolutely.
And Bateman wanted to be right behind him because Daddy owns the company, but he's not moving up as fast as Allen is.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that I feel like he wants to feel like he has control over something, which is why he would always go get quote unquote Christie, and he would always be able to control Christie with the amount of money he has and all the luxurious stuff that he has.
So
and also and
Did
back
he try
to it.
control the secretary.
I feel like when he was given the opportunity to like for somebody else to give him something, I feel like he didn't take it because it didn't fit his alpha male.
Yeah, exactly.
His alpha male style of him wanting to be able to do it all himself.
Charity.
Yeah. Okay.
She was like, are you sure you don't want me to stay? She's like, whatever.
So, alright, we're gonna go through. I don't think that any of that was really real. I feel like it was all just going through his head, and it was a metaphor for him cutting people off, and he feels like he always needs to have control, so he imagines himself killing those people so that he had the last word. Yeah, how about you, Jared?
Personally, I just like to view it as this like hyper satire, to where he kills all these people and nobody cares about it. Just because to me that's just more interesting than just being like, yeah, it didn't happen at all. It's just all in his head.
Yeah.
But
it does make less of an entertaining story in my point of view, but
I mean, both interpretations. It's all up to interpretations. That's what makes this book so great, and this movie, and the movie and the novel.
And how about you, Adam?
So,
No, I was pretty long. Tired, honest.
Oh,
I was just long.
Your connection, you killing me. All right, well, Greg.
All right. I think it was all in his head.
I want control over this.
Oh my God, Adam. Jesus fuck. I'm the host now.
I think it was all in his head because of the drawings. Yeah. I think when he heard something about Paul Allen, he went and doodled and drew about cutting off Paul Allen's head.
Is that why you said he was autistic?
Probably. Well, look at those art.
No, I thought he was autistic because of how he acted like a robot. Like he was like, I have no emotions.
Yeah.
And he was so on about a steady routine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not far out, and I don't think it's offensive to say that he was autistic. We're not saying he's autistic because he was killing people. He's autistic because he's autistic. All right, well, good talk. Let's rate the movie.
I think he's autistic.
Wait, hold on.
I don't think he's autistic either. I don't think he is either.
Say, Greg, the best point that Greg pointed out while we were watching the movie was that there was one guy that looked like Joe from the Practical Jokers.
That was true.
Yes.
We rewinded the movie to for everyone.
We're gonna have to get that clip. We're gonna have to get that clip.
You're gonna have to send me a screenshot. I'll put it in right now if he sent the screenshot, which he probably didn't.
And put them side by side with Joe.
Hold on.
All right, Practical Jokers. Send me whatever.
I think it's Joe.
All right.
I think it's Joe.
It's Joe.
It's whichever one. I don't fucking know. All right, so final rating. We're gonna go from me, Jared, Adam, Greg. I usually really like movies like this, but for some reason, I didn't like this too much. I'm going to give it a 6.3 out of 10.
6.3?
A 6.3.
Holy shit.
No, a 6.3.
What's
A
the
63 out of 10.
what's the point three? What's the point three for him?
Because I wouldn't give it a 6 out of 10, and I wouldn't give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Because I feel like a 6.5
A
is
6.25.
a little bit
Rounded
too
up.
high, and a 6 is just too low because it
Well,
was
are you
definitely
do?
there.
Is your score based on you not liking the movie, and or not liking Christian Bale?
A little.
Or
I
Jared
felt
Leto.
like his acting was just really clunky, and I know that his character was a psycho, but I felt like he needed to be more ecstatic about stuff. Like the scene when he's explaining Hip to Be Square about how it's their best single. I love that scene because he was just very ecstatic. That's the only time he was ecstatic while killing someone, though. The rest of him, he was just like very like scary.
Well, he did say at the end of the movie that he enjoyed killing Paul Allen
Yeah.
very much.
Okay, yeah, that is true. I don't know, but I like that.
And at
I
the
like
beginning
that.
of the
it
movie,
made him freaky. It made him like that's a psycho.
and at the beginning of the movie, he also said that he had a hard time with expressing himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I just felt like his acting was clunky. 6.3.
But Jared Leto died. Did you like that though?
Yeah, I already said all
What the
that.
hell?
What the
Why would
fuck
you
was
give
that?
it-
Someone just pooped?
That was my hand.
All right, Jared, what's your score?
So all in all, I think compared to the book, it hits all the right notes with the book, I would say. The book goes into a lot more detail about the killing and the descriptions of things, but that would have made the movie a snuff film if they would have been
Yeah.
completely truthful to the novel. So they did as much as they could have.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's acting was good except for the secretary. I didn't like her acting that much. I think Bateman's acting, well, Christian Bale's
Batman?
acting is good because he kind of captures
Yeah.
both sides. Like he puts on the front that he's this very eccentric, very energetic, everyman. But there's also the soulless, emotionless side of him.
Yeah.
So I think he kind of brings that out well. The plot it's a bit scattered, I would say. I think that's just kind of the nature of the book too, I mean it's more so a character study of Bateman. There's no real overarching conflict or plot or anything. But all in all, I think I'd give this movie a decent
And there's the picture of Joe. I'll put that on the screen again.
7.5, I think.
7.5?
Yeah, I'd say a 7.5.
All right, good deal. And how about you, Adam?
Man, I was lost throughout this entire movie. I was like, is this real? Is fantasy? Caught in a landslide. Escape from reality and shit. And
Ooh.
oh boy, I got it. Ooh. And I was blowing my nose a lot during the whole movie, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, it was I kind of enjoyed it. Like I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
I just didn't understand it. It was pretty hard to follow. Like I was like, is this the real part? Is this the fake part?
Yeah.
And y'all were bringing up all the like I saw the controlling part and all, like all the characteristics of Bateman, but I don't know. It was just really hard to follow. I guess I'll give it a probably 6.5. Pretty sure somebody will find enjoyment for it. Just I didn't find that much.
And Greg.
I think I would give it a. I think I'll give it a 7 because I don't like I didn't like how scattered and not and like for me, like I know I told you this, but I like stories and I like to see a story end. And I
Yeah.
never really got to
Yeah.
see how this story got to end. Nobody
Also-
really
Mhm.
knows. It's all literally just up in the air.
There's that one scene where he like. There's just like this random scene where he just goes around killing people.
Yeah, he just goes
Yeah.
around
Shoots
town
cops
killing
and
people.
all that.
Yeah,
And-
starting with
and
that old
then-
lady and then trying to put a cat in the ATM.
Yeah, and then
Just kinda
goes
just out of
around
nowhere.
and then the very next day he's just
I think that was supposed to be like they'll do anything for money. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see
straight
how you
cat
see
in the
that, but
ATM.
alright.
and then the very next day it was all just fine. Nothing
I'm about
was
to
nothing
fight
was
Philly, bro. I don't
changed.
give a fuck.
Nothing like there was no fucking like news thing about it or anything. It was just a regular old day. But
Yeah,
then
exactly. It was very
Yeah.
self-contained
Yeah.
in Patrick Bateman. You didn't really get anybody else at the point.
Yeah.
and I don't really like how there was ever. I don't really like how there wasn't another character development
Yeah. And
besides
Yeah.
Patrick
besides
Bateman didn't
Christian
have
Bale's.
Patrick Bateman didn't
He
even
had
have
no
any character
character.
development.
He had no character.
Where's
He
my
was like
character
nothing.
arc? As it was screaming the whole movie.
The
And
characters
then-
really bland.
I mean, it's
like they were all
ultimately it's
bland.
a big satire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just a case study, really.
I
I
mean,
didn't like
but then
that.
again, there was like some porn, so I mean that's an up.
It's true.
Right, it's
So
true.
I mean,
There was some nudity.
There was just
there was
some.
lots of boobies.
There was just casually pornography just on the television while he was making reservations to go eat at restaurants.
Yeah.
and then like 10 minutes of the movie is porn of him just filming himself and watching himself have sex with two random bimbos.
So would you
Um,
did you rate it yet, Greg?
Yeah, I gave it a 7. I
Oh,
was
oh,
still
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I was still like telling things why I didn't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
So I don't like how there's no character development. I wish we got to see a little bit more about what the secretary thought about his paintings, like his drawings,
That's true.
because all we really got to see is just her crying
Yeah.
over him. I don't know why she was crying over him. That's no fucking idea why she was crying.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
But I just wish we got to see a little bit more development out of that. I wish we got to see the father, because on his card he said he was vice president and that was his dad's business, but we never got to see the father and how he takes his business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish that there was more about.
The movie
more
did
about
feel
his-
really short. It felt almost
I wish-
rushed.
I wish
I-
we got to see a little bit of more why he was envious of everybody else. Like I wish we got to see the more of the business aspect more than just the high school bitch thought gossip
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
They probably explained it better in the book, but like the
What the hell was that noise?
No idea.
Oh, it was fucking rabbit.
like the PI, the Green Goblin dude.
Yeah.
Don't know the actor's name, but like, well, he didn't seem that important in the movie because the dude wasn't missing. Paul, whatever, he wasn't missing. So, like, I was confused on why they were looking for him. If he already knew it, like, who hired him to find him?
The movie was just confusing.
That's right, actually.
That's why I was confused. Of when did the reality and when did the fantasy start?
That is actually true. We never got to see really why he was there. I really don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think
And they
that's...
do coke in the bathroom and stuff, which is
Yeah, it was just a lot of random shit that just threw everything off. But then, like, some of it has some kind of correlation to one another, but it's just in a really weird way. Because every time he goes to go kill somebody, there's either drinks or drugs involved.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this has been running on for 30 minutes, so I think we should end it.
Sure.
There we go. That's our podcast.
That's our shitty fucking podcast.
That's our shitty review of this
Hell
shitty
yeah.
shit.
So good night, or good morning, or have a good day at work, or whenever the fuck you listen to this, you sack of shit. Good night.
Smack my ass, baby.